Welcome to this brand new case in which today we're out in the field at Parque de Atracciones in Madrid for our first ever visit to see what this park has to offer. So grab your magnifying glass and join us as we investigate. Good morning from Madrid, where it's the final day of our Spanish investigations, and today we are at... where are we at again?
Parque de Atracciones.
Parque de Atracciones, in just outside the centre of Madrid actually. Beautiful little park on first impressions. Definitely got a, hey, this was a park, and then we've added rides vibe to it. Lots of trees, lots of green foliage, very natural, and we started our day here on Abismo, which is a Mauer model. It looks like a Premier skyrocket thing where it goes back over itself over the top of the station, and it doesn't. However, the restraint on that was crazy, wasn't it? I got too tight. It felt like I was wearing a corset over my ribs. Very tight indeed, but having that vertical lift hill
Into an inversion.
Yeah, like, and then you're still like on the train, inverted, and then you like twist in the air. That was a very unique experience, wasn't it?
I didn't know what was going on. You can see all of Madrid from up there as well.
Yeah, it's a very unique thing. I've seen a few of these before, so I'm glad to have finally got on one.
Yeah.
But that was weird. And then after that, it all got a bit rough, didn't it? I felt. Well, I felt I was shaking a bit, so I held on because I was like, I'm going to hit my head. But
It was a little bit after the initial inversion, but then it seemed alright.
I found it a little bit off in parts. But the craziest bit, well, not craziest bit, but one bit we both noticed was when you have completed the circuit, you go back up that vertical lift hill, and then the chain grabs you and pulls you slowly back down. But when it grabbed us, we both whacked our heads backwards and then slowly descend from there. So very odd, but hey, 5 minutes, not bad. We suspect we can get all these coasters done and a few of the unique flats in a few hours. It's something that can be done as part of a pass with Park Warner, and there's like a zoo nearby, and I think there's an aquarium or something. Yeah, so there's a few bits you can do. So I think there's probably lots of families here with these sort of multi-day annual passes, and they can just come do whatever for a little bit, which makes sense. But yeah, looks good so far. There's a little bit of theme in here with the next ride, which is Tarantula. We reverted back to the entrance plaza for the toilet, but like, look at this. So big and spacious, lovely fountain package in the centre there. Star Flyer at the back as well, which I'm sure will give great views over Madrid. But because this area here, Machine Land, kind of reminds me of Gears at Gulliver's in Warrington. Most of the thrilly bits are here, which is why we've started here. But because it's literally your immediate left when you enter the park, it's definitely the busiest area. So as much as we said Tarantula, I think we're actually going to carry on a little bit further and head to the Intamin invert, which is very unique and very rare. So it's very noisy. Here's the top spin that is working, because we got spited, didn't we, at Park 1 yesterday.
I don't think I knew that Intamin inverts were a thing.
I don't think I did either. But hey, that's why we're investigating. We're on the case, seeing what else there is at this very lovely park. There's not many of them knocking about anymore, but we've just done an Intamin invert called Tornado. So yesterday when we did Gotham City Escape, if you haven't seen that case, go back and watch it, and then come back to here, in which I'm going to say, of course it wasn't as good as Gotham City Escape. It's not going to be. I mean, it's in a grassy area in a park, whereas Gotham City Escape had everything. But this was still alright.
It was alright.
Yeah.
You know, it's better than an SLC, but not as good as the B&M.
Yes. And funnily enough, yesterday when we were in the Superman queue, we saw some guys with Intamin coats on. We thought, oh, they must be like big fans. And they clocked that I was wearing my Velocicoaster t-shirt. And then we've just seen them again today. And as we got off Tornado now, we're just chatting to them. So hi to you guys, assuming you're watching this. Yeah, and they were just saying that there are a few other B&M inverts, there's some more Intamin inverts. And they were saying there's a family one, isn't there? There's some family ones over in China, and there's a few of them, but not many.
There's the one that shares the invert and the standard, they share the loop, but one's inverted and one's it's dualing, but they share the loop.
Yeah.
Which I've seen before.
I'm very intrigued by that.
That was Intamin.
Yeah.
And they've got some at like just Summerland and stuff, like little.
Yeah, but we had a lovely chat with those guys, so it was nice to meet you all. and I hope the rest of your trip is good. And they knew we'd gone to Spain. I think that Spain. They knew we'd gone to Portaventura. It seemed to be a very obvious route, doesn't it, here in Spain? And I was saying we didn't get on Red Force though, but
you tried to get some Intamin knowledge, but they're after sales.
Yes, I was saying, we've got Project Horizons coming at On Towers, and then the one at Chessington. But I'm a detective. I'm always on the case, trying to find out what's where. But yeah, this was better than expected because I thought it was going to be really bad. But nothing against Intamin, just because there's not many sold, you know. Whereas there's loads of Intamin blitzes because they're really good. So anyway, it was decent.
It was fine. It was great.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Surprised me.
I haven't done many Mara spinners, and you've done at least one less than me, I think, if we're omitting Dragon's Fury.
Yeah, I don't know how many I've done. Probably just one.
But Tarantula just there was really fun.
Very good.
Quite a long little layout. That was a weird sentence. Quite a long layout for what it was. You can't really see it from the queue line, so we were surprised at that. It's very, very Spinball-esque and very, I guess, Mauer spinner-esque.
Yes.
In that you have a big drop and go up, and then a big sort of overbank turn back down, and you do that quite a few times. And the most surprising element of it was going right down into some like dugout bit through a tunnel, coming out again. We were just like, what?
Did I hit my head?
Yeah, lovely near misses on that. And another classic Mauer spinner is the fact that they have not one mid-course brake run, not two, but I think there was three on that. At least two, if not three.
There was three, and then the one at the end, and the fourth.
Mad! I don't know why there's so many. I think it's just it builds up speed and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. However, yeah, that was good fun. And you know what? Favourite ride of the park so far.
Yeah.
It was.
So.
It's got a 25-minute queue, which we just did. I think it was maybe a bit shorter, advertised 25-minute, but certainly understand why it's got such a long queue.
Yeah.
It's right by the entrance. It's very inviting. It's family friendly. You've not done Dragon's Fury yet, and I do love Dragon's Fury because you can't see the layout, and that does help it. With this, we could see the layout, so we had an idea. Obviously, you're spinning a bit, so you can't always see the way you're going, but overall, it was a solid effort. Yeah, like that. Well done. So there is a permanent Walking Dead experience here, which is interesting, and it looks similarly themed to the one at Thorpe Park, which makes sense because obviously it's just very much on brand. Intrigued to see what's behind here. I just don't know if we'll have time today. I've already forgotten the name of that sort of kids flying coaster we just did. By flying coaster I mean you're in a plane. It's Fellow Parents scene, which is cool. Which basically was just that there was pink and green planes because it was Cosmo Wonder, and I really liked that as a kid. So a bit nostalgic. However, I'm gonna publicly apologise because I was like, let's get all the creds we can. Which in turn, because we're having a half day here, means we potentially sacrifice the better coaster for the sake of me wanting to count creds, so I apologise publicly. Because you're right, we should be doing the better stuff.
I don't mind getting the creds in, but getting coaster creds isn't more important than getting on a good coaster.
Yeah, we should have prioritised on this.
I'd rather get more rides on Gotham City than go on anything like that ever again.
Which we will, and now we're going to go on the mine train, which
good.
To be fair, it's very well themed, but it's a shorter time than before. So I'm hoping that my plan worked. I think this has gone down now. It was around 55, 60. Now it's on 40. So yeah, we're going to like a castle. Ooh. Is that mine train a castle?
It is now.
It is. Oh, excuse me. It is now. Pardon me. Look at. I was going to say, look at you being all tall. Come back.
Come back.
There we go. That was TNT, the mine train here by Gerstlauer. A family mine train. What makes a mine train a mine train? Is it literally just that the train looks like a mine train?
For me, it
and
needs
rock work.
Good throwy about and tunnels.
And banking. And there was a little bit of tunnel through a big cave, which was largely just empty. It was just like a big sort of housing, wasn't it? It was just, hey, look at this big thing.
Yes.
From metal framework with rocky bits on it. Yeah, it was alright, nothing really to shout about. However, what I did like was that the cattle pen station queue was next to another cattle pen for the sort of big flume, not a flume, like a big boat splash ride, which is cool. So there's a bit of interaction between the two. I mean, minimal, but I like that idea. So I think when it's, peak summer, water rides are on, I think it would look a lot better and it would all encapsulate a bit more. Yeah, because that little area is a bit more westerny, brown and dirty, isn't it? So it makes a bit more sense altogether. Yeah. Whereas now we're out and we've got the rest of Nickelodeon land opposite us with a Paw Patrol cred, which we're not going to do yet. We're going to do the Wild Mouse first, aren't we?
Yes.
We're going to take your advice and prioritise the better coasters before potentially getting the other plus ones that are about. But, yeah, it was all right.
It was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was. Please let me know in the comments down below if there are any Wild Mouse anywhere, Wild Mouse coasters anywhere in the world that aren't painful.
That was the worst one.
That was one of the worst, easily, by far. There was airtime.
Too much.
Like, we got ejected from our seats, and with it being a bags on ride, my bag was sticking into my leg, and I wasn't ready either to get on it. Thankfully, they brought us forward. We skipped about 20 people because we were a DOS, which is good that we've saved time. But yeah, bags on ride is never fun for me with that big bag.
I kept hitting the side of the train with my arm, and I'm gonna get a bruise now. And then it came out my seat too much, so I kept hitting my spine on the back of the chair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, it's done though. That's all the big coasters done. The plan to go to Fairley Parents and then do these other two worked because they now have shorter queues. So yeah, my plan worked.
I like your
but thank you. But I still apologise, and we are gonna skip Paw Patrol to do some of the flats before we leave in just under an hour. Yeah. Plan. Let's go have a look at what else there is. La Máquina is a Huss Rides frisbee model.
Yes, I was not expecting the camera on me. I was going to have a little snack.
They're good, them, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good.
We're not getting lunch, we're just getting snack time, but that was hella intense.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, it's fine. And I thought it was coming to an end, and then it got more intense all of a sudden.
Yeah. I've said before that I'm not good with spinny flats, but we do it for you, don't we?
I love a flat.
I know. But yeah, the sideways forces make me a little bit sick. We were just saying probably a double package, right? Huss frisbee and a Huss top spin next to it. Double deal. El Crispo. I know Spanish. And to end our day there, we went on a classic of many amusement parks around the world. A Starflyer.
Yay.
Good views of Madrid.
Very good.
Lovely. Didn't realise how big Madrid was, that's on me. And also realised just how much we are inside a massive park.
Huge.
I mean, I figured obviously with the area that we were driving into that it is just like a park in the city centre sort of a thing, and you know, this has been built within the park, but that definitely solidified it, you know.
Many trees.
Yeah.
Big buildings.
Many trees, big buildings. But yeah, that is Parque de Atracciones here in Madrid in Spain. Done. All done and dusted.
Completed it.
I mean, there's a few more rides we didn't get on, but nothing really too noteworthy or unique. There's the Paw Patrol coaster in terms of roller coasters, but it's just a little kiddie
Top
thing.
Spin, we've got a drop tower.
Yeah, it's a few bits we missed out on, but otherwise, yeah, it's been good. I think if you're doing it as part of if you're a coaster fan and you're doing it as part of a trip to do many credits, and yeah, why not? There's some interesting bits here. I think Tarantula was my favourite coaster by far.
Yeah, although I did like how weird that first one was.
Yes, I do like that. I do really like that, but with it being like an off-the-shelf model, you know, there's going to be more of them out there, so not really that unique as Tarantula was.
True.
And there is a Walking Dead experience to our left, which I can see, and I'm curious about that, but we've not got time. We're going to go make the most of Park Warner with Gotham City Escape, which is definitely better than anything else in this park. So I guess my sort of final question that I'm pondering is it worth coming here? There's not really a standout attraction as such. There's attractions, but there's nothing, you know.
If you're in Madrid and you've got a day.
Yeah, I think if you're in Madrid and you like a bit of thrills, then it would be worth doing.
And all the water rides would be on in the summer.
And it would be busy then as well. So we've not given it a full day, so fair enough that we tried to squeeze in a lot. But I think we've done very well for the time we've allowed. 4 hours basically for like what, 6 or 7 coasters and a few other rides. So yeah, but it is a nice park. It's a well presented park, and I think it's a nice extra for your Madrid day. And if you're a coaster fan, then yeah, why not come and get these credits? So I think realistically that probably does tick all the boxes for all the people who might come here. So yeah, that is the end of our Spanish trip. There's been plenty of cases from our investigation here in Barcelona and Madrid. So if you haven't seen those cases for some reason, then please subscribe to the Miracle Detective Agency, because that is what we do here. More to come case-wise, and there's going to be some new investigations on the way, some more deep dives and questions from some more detective work that we're doing behind the scenes. So from myself, Detective Miracle, and Detective Whitmore right here, that is case closed on Parque de Atracciones in Madrid. See you next time.
Adios.